in this society that we're in, when you need a job, a high-paying job, the first thing you need to do is to package together what you call resume. Now, certain job probably may not need a resume if you want to, depending on, but if you are looking for a highly competitive job in the corporate setting, you need a resume. I don't see any other way out of that. All right. Then, if it becomes so necessary for you to have a resume, what then is a resume? In other countries, they call it curriculum vitae. It's a resume. It's a compilation of your academic attainment, experiences, performance from the past. You package it all together in a very enticing, eye-catching format. It's the snapshot of who you are. When it is well made, once they look at it, it will enable the employers to make a determination if who you are is who they want. They will make something they call the first contact is that one, and then the first response to even scan you at all, to qualify you, even to make them to want to talk to you. They have to shortlist you. Now, they will not shortlist you if you do not have a resume. And the resume will look at the job description they want to offer and the kind of ability you are bringing in, and then they will decide that let's talk to him. Resume. As important as it is a compilation of your past all the way to the time that you want the job. And now when you secure the new position, you are now expected to put to use all those things that you've learned from the past. Your BS, your MS, your maybe PhD, and then the works, research works that you've written. And so you package all from the past, and that qualifies you to stand in that office, and that enables you to perform in that office that you've been called into. That's your resume. That is this kingdom. Now there's another kingdom that wants to forget your resume, because your resume is nothing but dysfunctionality, pain and sorrow, tribulation and trials, defeat. Now, when you come into a place you want to bring defeat, you know you will not get it. So it said that this one that you are coming into is one that you don't need to come with any of those backgrounds, because those backgrounds will not make you grow. Don't you know one word says, do not let your background put your back perpetually on the ground. But the one that we know, like this one, is the one that requires you to bring every of your past. That is what will qualify you to the future. Now, from the life of Ruth and Mary, you see that they did not cross the line in a sudden and dramatic manner alone. They continued thereafter. And this is where I really want to pause a little bit to talk to us like brothers and sisters. You have a very memorable, they can always think about your conversion situation. Yeah, I was so drunk one day, and my girlfriend, let me just throw this out. My girlfriend just insisted I should come to this crusade. I was there, and I didn't know, something happened to me. Men that goes to church and look for some fine, they're always in the church. Good girls. And then when you go, and some of people, when you pursue the lady to church, and then you met God. People have different salvation stories. Okay? But after crossing away from the path of death to light, you are those, Ruth and Mary, none of them just sat. We didn't hear too much about Rahab as what she did afterward, a whole lot. But Mary and Ruth, do you know that Ruth went with Naomi and continued to help that old lady? She will go and glean food, taking instruction from her, going all over until the instruction and obedience led her to Boaz. Mary Magdalene was always with Jesus, spending all her resources to advance the kingdom, making sure he was able to eat when he wanted to eat, making sure that everything is comfortable for him. And do you know that when all the big men that were all around Jesus, when they ran for their life, Mary Magdalene was one of those that stood by the cross until he died. So much has been given to her. Her life was already gone. The Lord gave it back to her. And so my life is already gone. So what doesn't really matter? She was one of them that were there. And when Jesus rose from death, the first person to see. So they didn't stand. And you see, the problem that we have is that we have so much information about God that we have already missed God. You can determine, you can discern, you can say this one is not, this one is not, this one. And he said that you too, your love has gone cold. They never turned back. They completely cut off all ties with their Egypt. You see, have you crossed over to the place of God and still look back at those little things that entice you in your Egypt? You need to cut it clean. And you need to focus. Now, the problem we have is that there's some lifestyle that we continue to struggle with, and we take one step forward, we take two steps forward. Ruth never looked back. Mary never looked back. They cut it off neat, and they continue to focus on God. And they became people that we can talk about today. Don't stray out of your call. It can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. Your past must be cast away. Old garments must be taken off. The Bible said that you must come out of among them and be separate. 2 Corinthians 6:17-18. Come out from among them. Come out and be separate. You cannot be part of it and want to make a change. You say, come out. When you get a drug addict and you start to minister to that one, you start to give medicine, and they say they're so sober they want to give up. If you do not plug them out of that environment, they will continue to slumber. They'll continue to slumber. You need to take them out to a place that is safe so that they will be purged, so that the level will fall out of them. That is when they can become. But when you are mixing it, regardless of medicine you are putting on them, regardless of counseling, whatever, if they continue to be there, they will never come out. Pull them out. He said, come out from among them. He took Abraham out before he can become. He took him out. He took him out. It requires what you're doing now. Once you cross over to Jesus, it requires denouncing one father to receive another father. The ungodly, wicked, destructive father. You have to cross. And say when your father and mother forsake you, the Lord says he will embrace you. It requires you to denounce one kinship to connect to another one. You want to forget those things that are in the past and start to look forward to those things that are in front of you. That should be focused, that should be coming to you. You should be able to say, you should be able to just zero your mind, block your ears from those words, because words can come with so many acid in it. Just, I can't see, I can't hear, I know whom I believe it, and I'm persuaded that he's able to do that which I come into his hand. I know my Redeemer liveth. I know Jesus will never fail. I know he's my big man. You know what he say? The one that don't know him, they call him a small man. He's big and mighty. And when you know that, don't let anything shake you.